What is popping, everybody? Baby, look, we got to talk about the drama, all right? Because DaBaby is still in it. It's still a mess. And no, the people are not letting up. They're not letting off, okay? And so we're going to really get into this because at first, I was going to go live, but I didn't really want I didn't really feel like I needed a lot of response, and I didn't really want to deal with a lot of. I just didn't want to deal with a lot of calls and people calling in responses. I just didn't. I'm trying to fix my hat. Excuse me. But anyway, okay, here we go. So DaBaby is still in it. You know what I mean? He's coming out with these dry apologies, these halfway apologies, a bunch of BS. All right. So if you guys have been under a rock, DaBaby went on a Rolling Loud concert and he said some very nasty things about individuals with HIV. He said some very nasty things about homosexual men. And, baby, it's been a whirlwind on the internet. Now, DaBaby came out and he addressed it, and he tried to make it a black issue. And I find that so funny because when I said these be the same men that be wanting us to defend them, and now you see why I don't go out and be on the front lines with these niggas. A lot of you guys were dragging me, talking about what does this have to do with police brutality, this, that, and the third. But it has everything to do with it because these same men that talk that speak these nasty things like DaBaby. You talk about people with AIDS, you talk about gay people, you hit women, you kill people. You will be the same ones that want people out there defending you when it comes down to police brutality. So let me read you what exactly he said. So this is what the nigga said. I tell fans to put a cell phone light in the air. Y'all start a Million Man March. I told y'all to y'all digested that wrong, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm impressed. Now, show the same amount of support when a racist cop killed one of our black ass. You're not. And I simply said, I'm not. And a lot of people didn't like that. But I'm not. Because those same people do not care about people that look like or identify like me. And it just is what it is. Now, since then, he has came back and apologized, right? In a halfway apology. But this only happened because the white fans had got on that behind. They started tagging Dua Lipa, which, he has that #1 song on Billboard Hot 100 with her. Boho Man pulled out. They made a statement and pulled. They pulled. They're no longer working with DaBaby. And Elton John came out and said that, DaBaby was wrong. So let's get into a little bit of what was said there. So Dua Lipa says, I am surprised and horrified at DaBaby's comments. I really don't recognize that this as the person I work with. I know my fans know where my heart lies and that I stand 100% with the LGBTQ community. We need to come together to fight the stigma and ignorance around HIV and AIDS. Okay. Boho Man says, Boho Man condemns the use of homophobic language and confirm we will no longer be working with DaBaby. Diversity and inclusion are a part of are part of the Boho Group's DNA, and we pride ourselves in representing the diverse customers we serve across the globe. We stand by and support the LGBTQ community and do not tolerate hate speeches or discrimination in any form. Boho Man. Then Elton John says, HIV misinformation and homophobia have no place in the music industry. We must break down the stigma around HIV and not spread it. As musicians, it's our job to bring people together. All right. So all those people started coming out. Demi Lovato came out. So the phone started ringing for the nigga. Okay. The phone started ringing. The money started getting collected. The deal started getting cut. So then he gets on his platform and says, anybody who done ever been affected by AIDS and HIV, y'all got the right to be upset. What I said was insensitive, even though I have no intentions on offending anybody. So my apologies. But the LGBTQ community, I ain't tripping on y'all. Do you? Y'all business is y'all business. And for any brands and networks or artists that like to profit off of black rappers' influence on the culture without understanding or having the patience to deal with what comes with it, the position we play in our culture, keep your money next time. Us niggas is human too. See, that's the BS for me. Don't bring black people into it now. It's not about black people now, and it's not. Don't try to make it seem like they were using you then, because you collected that white dollar. That white dollar made you feel like you were so arrogant and so cocky that you can get away with saying whatever and doing whatever, and you can just pay things off, and you were invincible. It was that white dollar. It was that Main Street. It was that Elton John dollar. It was that Dua Lipa dollar. It was that boohoo man dollar. So don't try to shit on them now. You know what I mean? And don't try to make this about a black issue. This is not a black issue. Because when it was a black issue, you didn't care. You kept the same energy. You told us that you were impressed because we started a 1,000,000-man march to cancel you, but we wouldn't go do the same thing if they shot one of you niggas. That was your response when you felt like it was a black issue. But when those white people came in and they started pulling back their funds and their resources, now all of a sudden, they've been exploiting or culturally appropriating black people. And now it's us niggas. Nah, nigga, no. Keep that same energy. Please, keep that same energy. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. And it's the halfway apology for me. You don't mean the apology. The only reason why you did the apology is because you felt the heat, the money, the endorsements, the people, they coming for you. And it is what it is. And I think it was very distasteful. And what I think is even more distasteful is that people are in the comments, and I'm seeing so many people justifying this. Some celebrities are even coming out, speaking out about this. Boosie came out with his ignorant self, speaking out, justifying it. Saying that, you know, he would somehow bringing Lil Nas X into this. Saying that he would attack Lil Nas X. People don't want to see that gay-ish. I mean, just ignorant. I don't even care about Boosie. Boosie is the same nigga that would get on live and fart in the camera. Like, stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just dumb. But then you got Tory Lanez trying to get out here and defend DaBaby. And Tory Lanez, you need to be worried about your court case because you're 2 seconds away from getting canceled yourself. You know what I'm saying? So don't get in this. We need to worry about if you're shooting women or not. Okay? While you're over here trying to worry about what's being said to us and people with HIV. But we'll get to Tory Lanez in a second. Back to DaBaby. I just feel like no one is, and then DaBaby's coming out saying no weapon formed against him will prosper, as if this is some conspiracy by the Illuminati to get him canceled. Nigga, nobody's trying to get you canceled. This is what you said. This is what you said. Nobody put this out on you. Nobody planned this on you. No one's trying to cancel you for hanging out with Tory Lanez. None of this is happening. You said this out of your own mouth and everybody watched it. The internet did not misconstrue, chop, edit, anything. This is what you said. You said exactly what you said and you meant what you said. Just apologize and move on. You said some very nasty things towards LGBTQ community, and you said some very nasty things towards the virally infected HIV and AIDS community, period. Now, this is what I think is very, very interesting, though. There's a lot of people in the comments that are making this about gay people, and I'm seeing men, women, all kind of people. You know, they're saying, well, he killed somebody. No one cared. Oh, he hit a woman. No, there was no outrage. Well, and it almost feels like those people feel like, well, why no one came to our defense? So we don't care what he says about gay people. We don't care what he says about people infected with HIV and AIDS. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't feel like they care about what happens to people with HIV and AIDS, because even though we can scream it to the cows come home that HIV and AIDS is not owned by gay people, because I don't own that. That's not a gay disease. Still, the vast majority of the general public and straight people associate HIV and AIDS with homosexuality. So they feel like that doesn't affect me. I'm more upset about the HIV and AIDS piece than I am about the gay piece. Because anybody could have HIV and AIDS. Man, woman, child, gay or straight. And I just think that you don't want to go to a concert and be reminded of a viral infection that is incurable, that is life-changing. You don't want to be, that's trauma. You don't want to live. Sometimes you go to concerts and things like that to escape those kind of realities. And so I definitely don't want to go see one of my favorite artists throw that in my face and then make me feel like I'm a dirty, nasty, despicable human being. I already feel some type of way about myself. I don't need you to come make me feel that way. Now, I see so many people in the comments talking about, well, he hit women. No one said anything. He did this to a man. Well, I'll say this. That's not, that is unfortunate. That is a sad situation. However, I feel like those individuals and those people that feel so strongly about it, they need to get up and use their platforms and speak out. There's too many times where those different individuals, they don't speak out. They don't say anything. They let it ride. They need to band together. Those women, those feminist organizations, they need to get together and they should have canceled that nigga. These black women should have got up and really went hard. Some of these people that he killed, everybody should have been out there. It was wrong. It's wrong on every occasion. He should have been canceled for a lot of the things that he's done. But, we cannot downplay now that it's actually, happening. Like, oh, well, now it's not that serious. No, it's still serious because it was very disrespectful. You know what I mean? And now, you'll have those people saying, well, those gay people, you get offended. You can't say anything about the gay community. Well, you know what? You're damn right. You better watch what you say because we coming for you. You better watch what you say about the people with the HIV. I don't know if people want to just hear gay people say it. You're damn right. You can't just get up here and say what you going to say because, baby, we gonna respond and everybody gonna have something to say and we coming for the coins. We coming for it because we're offended. Because it was unnecessary. It was an unwarranted attack. So you're damn skippy. You can't just get up here and say whatever you want to say about the gays. You gotta watch it. And you're damn right. You better choose your words very carefully. I mean, is that what y'all want to hear? I mean, I think that's what people want to hear. Whatever. You don't just get to be disrespectful. That's not freedom of speech. That is not freedom of speech, getting up here and being nasty and being rude. It's not freedom of speech. So I'm not understanding how people feel like that is a freedom of speech. You should be able to say nasty things about people with diseases. Why? Why would you say that? What freedom of speech is that? Like, that was unnecessary. I don't know. I just think it was ridiculous. I think it was unnecessary. And I definitely think that he should be humbled. I definitely think that he should be losing a bag or 2 or 3. And definitely feel like that should happen. And I don't feel like that we are making a big deal of of this. And I think a lot of people keep trying to make this about homosexuality. To me, again, I don't care what other people say on their platforms. To me, the homosexuality, the gay slur, and the HIV slur, those are 2 different conversations. Those are 2 different groups. I'm not taking that on as one group. I seen a video where Tammy Roman, she was saying that homosexual gay people should not take on HIV. I think that you misunderstood what even T.S. Madison was saying, because we weren't taking HIV on. I'm not taking HIV on as if, oh, I'm upset because I'm gay and he said something about people with HIV. No, I'm upset because he made an HIV unwarranted attack that had nothing to do with nothing. Why are you even worried about what niggas are doing on their free time on their knees in the parking lot, if they sucking knee or not? Why do you care? As a straight man, why are you worried about what another nigga's doing with his mouth? That's number one. Then number 2, on the flip side, why are you worried about why are you throwing shade at people with viral infections and diseases when you don't know who has those kind of issues that you're around? And, from the looks of it, you go and stick your thing in a plenty holes and pop out with babies. So, it's just, I don't know. I just think it's just unnecessary. And I think that he should be canceled. And I think what's even more interesting is the fact that he tried to give this halfway apology when he started to notice that the white man got involved and started removing the endorsement funds. They started removing the money. But when it was, pay attention, black people, when it was just felt like it was outrage for us, when it just felt like the black people were the only ones tripping, he didn't care. But it's when you got the call from the white man and the white dollars, then you got on here and sent a tweet. So don't try to make it seem like the white people is using you and now it's a black issue, because you didn't give a damn about the black issue until the white man told you, okay, now we're done. Now you want to lean on us. Don't lean on us, child, because it was all fun and games and you didn't give a damn when you felt like only black people had the problem. So DaBaby is trash for that. You know, and it's really unfortunate because I really liked him as an artist. I really honestly did. And I like his music, you know, but you got to apologize and you just got to understand wrong is wrong. And you got to know when you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so he's losing deals. And it is what it is. And you can't just get out here and say whatever you want to say about the LGBT community. You can't. It is what it is, because we going to come back and we going to come hard. Now, that's not to say anything about any other marginalized group, but at the end of the day, I'm going to get on here and scream and complain and blow the whistle for the LGBTQ community and for people living with HIV and AIDS, because I have far too many friends that have HIV and AIDS living with it and who have died from it. And it's very disgusting to make fun of that and make light of that, and to make those people living with that feel ostracized from society. So those are my thoughts on that. Now, in regards to this Tory Lanez situation, you got bigger fish to fry. So apparently Tory Lanez could be in violation of the protective order that was placed against him for over the shooting or the alleged shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. So reports are saying that Megan Thee Stallion was still backstage when Tory Lanez was brought out. And, you know, he's not supposed to be within several hundred feet of her. And so right after, you know, Tory Lanez performed, the police were contacted. And there was a police report filed. And so people are looking into to see what's going on with that situation. So Tory Lanez, you got your own issues that you should be worried about, not over here trying to defend DaBaby, because you could be in violation of your protective order. So because the police definitely were called. So we should see what's going on with that. And I want you guys to like this video, share this video, leave your comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.